So today's ability was called time control and or fast forward and or time. You get it. Time the general time manipulation power set. Um, I was very confused on how exactly to go about drawing this, but you'll see me kind of struggling with how do you communicate without using multiple like images, without basically just drawing a comic like that something is moving forward in time, right? How do you do that linearly? And so I was gonna try to have it feel like something was stopping, but how do you? It was very hard for me to like get around the idea of conveying movement without you know without having some secondary frame. So you can see here I'm kind of messing with ideas. Um, but in terms of the actual power itself, I don't know. I think of it as somebody who like I think it was a very like secretive power, right? Like something that's much more. I would say it's a much more villainous kind of thing. And you can see that with like it's the last design that I do. Um, because like I think what like the ability to like stop time and like do these kind of things allows is you're able to you stop it, you move around a bunch, it looks like you have super speed. You it looks like you always. I think it keeps people guessing as to what exactly you can and can't do, and I think it creates a much more interesting villain than it does a hero. Because if a villain has it, it's I think it seems a lot less plausible that you can beat him. Um, because it's like, how do how do you get the jump on somebody like that? How do you beat somebody like that? There's it feels much more restrictive, and so I think it makes a lot more sense on a villain than it does a hero. But of course, that will be something that's more of a writing issue later. Um, and so I don't know. I wanted to lean into a much more villainous kind of effect with the power. You can see here because I wanted to do like a full body shot, and I think this looks good. Like I think the anatomy's good. I think it would have turned out fine. I just couldn't. Again, I couldn't think of a second thing, which is really annoying. It really sucks when like I do really good on like the anatomy and I make it look really fun and interesting, and then it's just and then I have to erase it because it just feels like dude I was cooking like that's because that's my least favorite thing. It's just like dude I was doing so good though. Um, so that's why I think like the last pose was. I wouldn't call it lazy, but I don't know if it was necessarily the best work I've ever done. But yeah, this is the fourth ability, so that makes us like 1/13 of the way there. Right, so eventually we did land on like this pose of him um, closing his fist because I do kind of wish I had signified that he was speeding up things a little bit better with his closed fist. Um, I don't know. I like the like the actual reason why I always have like him have like a closed fist or something like that in all of these designs is that's again part of the story, right? In terms of like this image, I think this would have worked great as a comic as like a comic book panel. I think it's conveying in terms of like this first image. I think it's conveying what's happening very well. Also, sketching the guy like turning into flesh and bone is it's so fun. I love anatomy. I love it. I love it so much. I hate clothes. I hate hair. I hate glasses. I hate eyes. But God, I love anatomy. I love drawing it. I love sketching it. And unfortunately, that means I'm really good at like thinking about the general shapes. But then when it comes to like kind of following through, you can see that it gets a little harder because I don't know what it is about eyes. I have tried time and time again to draw eyes because like I know that, and the worst part is that's like the artsy people's shit. Like you'll see somebody like drawing their eyeballs in class, right? Like well not theirs specifically, but like you'll see them draw the stupid eyeball and it looks all pretty and cool. And it's like I can do that. I just can't do it on a face. Here's a fun art challenge. Have somebody look like they're looking the right way. It's really hard. It's harder than it realistically should be, right? Sorry, it's just these freaking artists that somehow know how to draw eyes. They grind my freaking gears. All right. I will say I think I draw extraordinarily long necks. I don't even know if it's like anatomically inaccurate. It probably is. Knowing me, it probably is. But It's just I don't know because I used to have a problem with drawing it far too short, so I think I've overcompensated. But yeah, again, drawing this and drawing them like fading away into dust, so fun, so fun. It's just like because the idea of just like getting time sped up on you and you're just kind of whooshed away into dust, right? That's very fun. Also, yeah, unfortunately, Q Curtra or whatever the hell the free software uses, it kept crashing. So that was really fun. I love it when that happens. Um, but yeah, no. Again, I think I could have done a little bit better on the actual shading and like the actual anatomy of the first one. At least I don't know. I really do need to make a reference sheet for for the character, but it's more like right now I'm just kind of trying to get the more general feeling of how I want to draw and that kind of stuff. So it's like I probably should, and it'd probably be better for like consistency, and but I don't really care. So, um, yeah. Again, I do have a problem where I don't like. I make them almost too white with the base layer, and so like I when I have to go back in and shade, it ends up messing me up. It's a very interesting problem. I'm just so racist that I don't want to make them pure white the entire time. You know, I know a lot of I know a lot of my audience has that problem. Uh, but yeah, no. So again, having the yellow hoodie, I kind of hate shading with yellow if I'm being 100% honest, just because I think it's an ugly color. Unfortunately, like I like the idea of having like a yellow and gray, but God, if I don't hate the color. Also, it's just I don't know. At this point, it looks like a knockoff Colossal Titan, and I couldn't get that out of my head. But yeah, so that's most of the yap done. Again, cool power. Would love it if I could have it. Obviously, you need time stop, DNA manipulation, and invisibility. Obviously, top three powers. Yeah, that's don't question why I chose those. But yeah, no. So this was again super fun to draw. I will obviously roll the dice tomorrow, see what we get. And yeah, I hope you enjoy this one. Obviously, subscribe for more. Again, comic book. It'll be should have the first few chapters of the webtoon done by roughly December to January. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, have a good one. See ya.